Go live. Come. Oops. No, don't open Discord. Don't open Discord. Quit that. Quit that. Quit everything. Give me a second, guys. Tried to tell me I'm not live. It's talking rubbish. We are live, right? Are we live? We live? Are we live? We're back in the studio for another live event. If we are live, so I'm gonna start shouting like we're live. We're live. Corey, thank you for letting me know, Thomas. I know Thomas is looking forward to this as well. And we'll give everyone a little reminder as well. I do actually have a Minecraft realm. At the moment, it's just me and Thomas, so not really been doing too much in it. I kind of wanted to get like 10 people secured in there and made sure that we'd get everyone sort of like, you know, get the community started and then we could build stuff and whatever. But it is what it is. Rammer, how's it going, man? You're like, don't feel like you gotta apologize or anything. I saw your messages yesterday. I appreciate that we're all good, man. You know, like I said at the end of the stream as well. I don't know if you saw as well. I said thank you for being understanding when we got to the end of it as well. So no worries, my friend. Gale Smoke, how's it going? Young Jay, how's it going? Let's go. We got Ross Martin in the chat as well. We got Corey as well. Corey, I hope you're feeling good. We got Chris. We got Reborn Phoenix as well. I built some dope stuff in Minecraft in my years. There's a lot of it on my old PC that I want to like get transferred over. I was thinking about it the other day, right? I'm sad about the castle village that I put a lot of hours into. A lot of hours. Also, this is just a tiny bit off. Sorry. Just a tiny bit off. You can't see it, but I can see it, and it makes me upset. So yeah, we're about what? We're about 2 minutes away from the actual event starting. When I did log into Minecraft recently, there've been a lot of changes and stuff, which is why I was looking forward to getting into a new world. But I'm also waiting for my main Minecraft buddy, if that's what I can even, if I can even put it down to as a name. She got Bedrock like mixed up with Java and bought Java, and like me and her friends are on Bedrock, so I'm sort of waiting for her to get Bedrock installed instead because she moved over to the laptop from the Switch. And then I will probably get back into building stuff again. I like Minecraft is fun on your own, but if I play on my own, I become an absolute addict and I end up just playing for days on end. And at the moment, when we've got so much other games and stuff going on, I've got to limit it. I will just end up playing it for so long. Minecraft, I don't know about you, but for Minecraft for adults, it's quite a therapeutic sort of situation. I always find myself sinking back into Minecraft when I want to escape the world and build my own world. It's sort of like the same reason that people make miniature models and stuff and have little hobbies where they have these things that they can be all controlled over, you know? So what do I think we're going to see today? I think, personally, I want the glow squid to win the mob vote because for me, it would be very, 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 very good to see the ocean lit up a bit more. You know, water's lit up. They've done some work in the water world over recent years. You know, you had the massive update a couple. What was it, like 13 or 14? Like a little while ago, you had the like sort of underwater expansion and stuff. But as far as like lighting underwater and stuff, I think a glow squid would be quite a good addition. It just adds an extra level of you know, what you can see when you're swimming around underneath there, you know? But maybe that's just me. I think we're definitely going to see some announcements as far as like Minecraft Dungeons goes. You know, they want to be pushing that sort of thing. So it is what it is. They said we can use different colored torches. That's a plus as well. PewDiePie started playing it as a joke and was only meant to play it for a week, but ended up becoming his favorite game. I remember watching PewDiePie play Minecraft was a really, really fun experience, to be honest with you. I got really involved in his series as well. I'm a big fan of the Hermitcraft server. Probably the best Minecraft YouTubers outside of like Jeracraft and a couple other people. But yeah, like, you know, 100%. You know, Grian, Mumbo Jumbo. Also, they're British. I like having British YouTubers. There's not that much of them, you know. But like Minecraft is a very sort of We're going live in less than a minute. Minecraft is sort of like a very sort of British thing, right? I'll tell you why. Because when you live in a country with terrible, terrible weather, yeah, it's easy to find a game that keeps you inside, you know, and I feel that's what like Minecraft does. So we're gonna move over to the big screen right here. We're gonna get some volume going, and we're just gonna look at the announcements and stuff and have some fun. It's all things Minecraft today. So like I said, I expect to see a little bit on dungeons, a little bit on Earth, just sort of updates around that sort of thing. But there's going to be the mob folk, which I'm personally throwing my hat in and saying, I hope it's the glow squid, you know. I think that will probably be like one of the best additions. And then on top of that is, it looks pretty good. On top of that, of course, we're going to probably see some stuff as far as 1.17 goes.
Hello and welcome to Minecraft Live 2020. I'm Lydia Winters, your host and chief storyteller for Mojang Studios. We're coming to you live from Stockholm, Sweden, the birthplace of Minecraft. Some of our amazing team members couldn't be here today, so we recorded the Minecraft Earth and Creator Tools segments in Redmond earlier this week. We are so thankful you're joining us. Before we get started, we want to acknowledge the number of challenges around the world right now, as well as the mental, physical, and emotional toll those challenges are taking on all of us.
By people, I mean
With
me.
that in mind, we want to give the opportunity today to take a breath, have fun, enjoy the games we love, and celebrate all of you, our incredible Minecraft community. It won't all be easy. You'll have to decide which mob to vote into the game, which, based on votes in previous years, will be super tough. You'll not only get to hear about what's coming to your favorite Minecraft games, you'll also hear directly from the development teams. We want you to leave today knowing about the exciting additions coming to Minecraft and also why our team has made those decisions.
Who's that ominous person on the bed?
An insider's look at what's brewing at Mojang Studios. Today, we're kicking things off with the announcement of the we're going to tell you right now.
Here we go.
Hi, Agnes and Brandon.
Hi.
Hello. Let's do this.
So, okay. The next update is the update that we know that so many of you, and well, so many of us as well, has been wanting for such a long time.
Okay, here we go.
It's the Caves and Cliffs update.
Caves and Cliffs, there we go, boys. Nice. Nice.
It must feel amazing to be able to tell everyone that.
That's good
Seriously,
to know.
like, I'm so excited about this. I mean, even before I joined Mojang, I was always thinking about, like, when is the cave update gonna come? And this
100%.
this is it, but it's also got the cliffs as well. It's got the mountains. Like, this is such a big update, and I'm so excited.
How are you feeling,
What are
Agnes?
you saying about that, Thomas? I'm
Great.
feeling good.
Like, no, it's so good.
I'm feeling good.
We have been working on this update for quite long, and we're like, we can't wait to tell everyone. And now we just announced it, and it feels
It's so
it's
we're actually
amazing.
getting our first live look at some reactions.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on, guys, show my reaction.
Okay, that's very cute.
Let's go, boys.
Those mobs are very, very excited. This year, we asked some of our communities to submit questions that we'll answer across the show. This first question definitely feels like something everyone wants to know.
Mi pregunta es, ¿por qué se han tardado tanto en actualizar las cuevas y cuándo llegarán? En verdad que hemos estado pidiendo esto por muchísimo tiempo.
Why
Live
has it
reactions, I like
taken
it.
so long? Like Brandon, I've been waiting a long time too.
Yeah, that's a very good question. So
You don't wanna
since
miss.
this update really is the update, like we have been dreaming about it for so long, so it felt so important for us to do it right. Like we don't want to rush it. But now we feel it's the right time. Like we have spent the time we need to really like understand the vision we have for the update, and also to make sure that we understand what the community actually wants. And we've also like planned around
Solid.
it to make sure that we really can work together with the community to make this and like as epic update as possible.
Okay.
And we have also hired some new amazing developers to the team.
And you're one of the amazing developers, Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah, I joined
Let's go,
this year
Brandon.
in January, and I actually came from the community. I used to do modding for 10 years. One of the first mods I work on was the Aether, which is like a dimension that added sky islands and stuff. And yeah, I'm just so happy
That's
to be
great.
here and work on an update this
It's actually
epic.
great.
I'm so happy to have
Bringing
you.
in modders into your
We have
your
another
actual
creator
development
question.
team is is always approved by me.
Hi, I'm the Pink Diamond Diva, and this is my question. Are you making the caves more advanced for older players so they can mine deep, or are you making them more accessible and easy to navigate for newer players?
This is a solid question.
Such a great question.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, with this update, we're making sure that we can have as much variation as possible within the actual caves themselves, but we want to make sure that the old caves are still retained as much as possible to keep that classic feel.
Yeah, and we really
that's
also
new
looked
cool
into
answer.
to make sure that we have something for everyone, because we have such a huge community, and it's also a very diverse community, and that's such a beautiful thing. So we really want this update to have something for everyone. So actually, we made sure to map all the features in the update to different player styles to really see that we fulfill that goal.
That's so cool. And you had such a big thought process on how you decide what even goes into an update this big.
Yeah, we have spent quite a lot of time on just making sure that we have a very good fundament for the update. For example, we did the player style mapping, and we've also worked with design pillars. So the design pillars, they kind of describe the vision of the update. So for example, they help us when we prioritize between different features, and also when we design each specific feature. And we have 3 pillars for this update. And the first one is actually all about the spectacular mountains, the snowier snow, and the mischievous goats. Because at last year's live, the players voted for these features, and we felt like it's so important to deliver on that promise. So we actually wanted to have it as a pillar.
Yeah, and another pillar that we actually integrated into this was adding strategy to mining. So of course, Minecraft already has plenty of strategy in mining, but we wanted to see if we could push that just a little bit further and add even more mechanics that make it interesting for players to mine in the caves.
Yeah, and the third pillar is to create an underground of marvel for the players. And that pillar is a lot about adding variation to the underground and contrast and inspire players to craft their own underground adventures and build underground.
Nice.
And one thing we have done to fulfill this pillar is that we have added new cave biomes, and one of them is the lush caves.
New cave biomes. Here we go. I'm not even gonna lie, this is super exciting. Look at that. Like an underground jungle. A concrete jungle, if you will. I like those vines as well. I like the flowers on the vines. Look at that little miniature tree as well. You see that miniature tree down there? All right.
It's so beautiful. It doesn't feel cave-like.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to make sure that, of course, in Minecraft, all the original caves, they're pretty much the same. There's not much variation in terms of vegetation or different features inside of it. So for this, we wanted something which is a bit more light and lush and actually has vegetation. And I mean, I think it looks amazing.
It's gorgeous. What was the inspiration behind it?
So we were thinking about, okay, so how should it feel when you are in a lush cave? And we wanted to be so you feel very tiny inside a big garden or big forest. So when you look up, it's actually vegetation above you, it's vegetation around you. And
magical.
One source of inspiration we had is actually a Swedish painter called Jon Bauer, because in his paintings it's always, or often at least, a tiny character, and then it's huge forest, and you see the bottom of the trees because the vegetation is so big compared to the character.
And you're adding so many new plants in the lush caves.
Yes, so I don't know if you saw, but there was this new tree that was actually above on the overworld, and this is called an azalea tree. So it's a unique type of tree that it'll be easy to spot for players, and if you actually find this and start going down its roots, you will find a lush cave there. So this is another part of adding strategy to mining, where there are certain landmarks which will allow you to understand what you're doing in the game.
Cool. And another one of the new blocks is a block called Spore Blossom. And it's that you maybe saw it in the video. It's a big pink flower that you find in the roof of the lush cave. And it will drip particles from that flower, but it will also actually feel like a big volume around it with particles. So it's similar to the particles that we added to the nether biomes in the nether update. But the cool thing here is that you can move the flower if you want to and get these particles anywhere you want in your world. So you can actually be very creative with that.
That's so awesome. And the lush caves have a real glow to them from one of the plants.
Yes. So there are vines in the plant in the lush caves, and they have glow berries on them, and these are actually a light source. And you can also pick them and eat them if you want to.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so
And another
got some
plant
food
we actually
sources
have
in
is the
caves as well.
dripleaf plant. And you can actually see that they can kind of grow from like water or anywhere else. And they grow quite tall, but they have like a little plant on the top that you can actually hop onto. So the idea of the mechanic behind it is that the leaf will actually tilt down when you stand on it too long. So this will actually make you fall through. However, after a few seconds, it'll come back up. So it's kind of this like platforming block that allows you to just, continue platforming over and over again, which I hope is really exciting for, content creators making maps.
Yeah, you can build like your own platforming levels, and then they will repair themselves. That's kind of neat.
It's so beautiful in there. And there's actually a mob coming to the lush caves.
Okay.
Yes, there is. But we will actually not tell you about this mob now, because in the end of the show, we will show even more features coming to the Caves and Cliffs update. And then we're going to show that mob.
This is the first time we have so much that we're actually splitting the update section into two at the beginning and towards the end of the show. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's exciting.
You've also worked on improving the cave generation.
Yes.
Yeah, so as you can see here, this is drastically different to what caves used to look like. And there's definitely still the old style of caves, but we wanted to make sure that there was much more variety in the sort of caves and the shapes and the sizes you could get.
Lot more space as
and
well.
Even here, you can see that there's some water underground.
Yes, so we actually added something we call local water levels. So in one cave you might find like a cave lake, and another cave might not have that one. And this also means that we get naturally generated waterfalls, which is so pretty. And it also kind of gives like new ways to traverse the underground. You can actually go cave rafting.
Yeah, so you'll see in a bit that our player here will actually use a boat to raft. And that is just such an exciting opportunity to be able to traverse the caves in a very different way than you used to.
Yeah, we were playtesting, and then one of the devs like, look at this is so fun, and all of us just started to go with the boat on the waterfall. It was a lot of fun.
So another thing to note here is that you could see that a lot of the ores were actually glowing. This is just for preview purposes. Ores aren't going to glow now. It's just that the caves tend to be quite dark, and we want to make sure that players can see the shapes of the cave.
Now, will that only be for the normal caves, or will this run across all of the new cave biomes?
Yeah, so the really cool thing is that the new cave shapes and sizes is completely independent from the new biomes.
God damn, this looks
that means
so
that we have so much
cool.
variation.
Oh my
Because,
god!
for example, a lush cave can, for example, generate
Imagine this with
super narrow
RTX.
tunnel,
Exactly, Thomas.
but it can also generate a huge cavern,
and
that
very,
creates
very well
completely different atmospheres, but it's still the same biome. So we're really going to have lots of variation underground now.
You've been calling two of the different cave types spaghetti and Swiss cheese? That's how varied the caves could be?
Yes, there are so many different variables of how the variation works, and it has even more variation than the overworld itself. It's just crazy.
It's a lot. Yeah, some of the caves, for example, have really cool pillars, and some are more flat, some are tall. Lots of variation.
Very nice. And you have another new cave biome to show us.
Very, very cool.
Yes, so we have the Dripstone Caves biome. And whenever I think about the idea of a cave update, the image of stalagmites and stalactites comes into my head.
Of course.
But adding these are pretty difficult. It's a very unique shape that Minecraft isn't really accustomed to. But I think the way that the artist put it into Minecraft works quite well.
That's actually...
And of course, there's some mechanics surrounding this. So you can see that someone destroyed the block up the top, and so the dripstone fell down. And also, unfortunately for this zombie here, if you fall on these dripstones, you will get hurt.
Poor zombie.
There's another interesting mechanic in the dripstone.
We can make
Vietnam-style
traps for
from
people
the
around bases and
stalactites,
stuff.
you could see that it was dripping water. So actually, if you put a cauldron under a stalactite, it will fill up with water. So it's renewable water.
And how do you remember which is stalactites and stalagmites?
Well, that's a very good question. It has been very tricky to remember that, but I think I learned. So we actually, it's hold on tight to stalactite. I was going to say the wrong one. So stalactite is in the roof and stalagmite is on the floor.
Yeah, like
Perfect.
Rambo, exactly.
We've been practicing that, all of us.
For a long time, like even.
And you have something really amazing in this update for the sort of redstone engineers out there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've actually been thinking about this redstone block that lives in the deep dark, a new biome at the deepest depths of the world. We're not going to talk about this biome too much today, but we are going to show some of the blocks and maybe later a mob that comes from it. So if we look at the video, we can actually see that it's basically this growth. And this is called the skulk blocks.
Tom, no spamming,
and one of the
please.
blocks is called the skulk sensor. This is the new redstone block.
It is cool.
As you can see, when you place or destroy a block, or if you have footsteps, it'll actually detect the vibrations around and then emit a redstone signal. So this is going to be very interesting for redstone players. We even have a mechanic around it where you can actually use wool with wool occlusion to essentially prevent signals from being able to get into the skulk sensor. So let's take a look at that now.
All right, let's look at this.
And as you can see here, I walked next to the skulk sensor, and it's actually kind of doing an infinite loop where the piston is causing a vibration, and then it's activating the skulk sensor and going over and over again. But here, I've actually put a wool block in between the piston, which prevents the signal from going to the skulk sensor.
This is crazy. No, I don't watch Stampede.
This can allow you to even do sort of directional skulk sensors where you can put wool blocks on each side and only allow it to detect vibrations in front of it. And vibrations can be so many different things. You know, it can be a snowball hit, it could be an arrow, it could be footsteps, it could be blocks, anything.
So cool.
Yeah.
And another thing, we had a bit of an happy accident with this because we realized that we get wireless redstone thanks to the skulk sensor.
Yes.
So, and we didn't even plan to add it, but then when we started playtesting, we're like, wait, we got wireless redstone, and that's so exciting. And well, you can just build so many cool things with that. It's going to be exciting to see what the community will build.
Yeah, you're really looking for community feedback to make sure this feels great for everyone.
Absolutely. I think because this is such a unique mechanic, we really want to make sure that we get it right. And, you know, we love the redstone community and we want to make sure that we do it right. So any feedback you have, any ideas, send it to us and we will work with you to make this the best block that it can be.
And now, we said there's another mob coming later, but I think it's time for a new mob coming to the Caves and Cliffs update.
It is. And this is a very scary mob. And it lives in the deepest of the underground, in the deep dark. And this is a very dark place. And the cool thing is that this mob is very well adapted to the environment. So it can't see anything. So it's the first blind mob in Minecraft. And that's very interesting because it gives such interesting mechanics.
Does it work
so
on
instead,
sound?
it will react to vibrations, just like the skulk sensor block. So if you aren't very careful when you walk around in the deep dark, you might upset that mob.
This is like the Last of Us,
Yeah,
Thomas.
with this mob, we really wanted to make sure that we kind of recaptured that feeling of the first night of Minecraft. And we can often forget that Minecraft can be a pretty scary game. So we wanted to make sure that we could kind of go back to that. I mean, caves can be scary. They're dark. And all I'm going to say is that when you go into the deep dark, I want to make sure that you're very quiet and watch closely for the warden.
The warden. The warden. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And these things sort of let him know as well. Ah! Destroy that. Destroy it. Yeah, it literally is The Last of Us. Can we turn the realm into a Last of Us realm ahead of time of this update? Please? Can we build an apocalyptic city? I'll put it in creative just so we can. Oh no, look at these little candles. It's got a little house. Oh no. Oh no. This is actually pretty... They've done a good job with this. Oh no. Oh no. What is that? Don't just... It moves like a clicker. It moves like a clicker. He's using the snowball to redirect it. It's doing it like a clicker. It's called the Warden, but it moves like the click. It's like a clicker. Oh, run, boy. Run, boy. This is great. This is actually a great... Very different. Oh, no, it's speeding up. Oh, it's pretty quick. It's actually pretty... Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. Run! Run for your life! Slay, he takes a lot of hits as well.
What did we just see?
He takes a lot of hits.
It's a very different mob. I'm really excited for this because not only is it trying to be scary, it's, you know, we had to keep a balance to it. It was very challenging to design a mob like this. Another thing that's really important to note is in that video, I was wearing full netherite armor, so it's very powerful. You definitely want to watch out. Yeah.
Which I think also is such an interesting gameplay, because like if you want to, you can avoid it, but then you need to really be careful, like sneak all the time to not make like any kind of movement that it will detect. But that's a lot of fun, and it's like feels scary, but in the good way.
Even this
We
music
wanted to kind of take everyone back to that first night experience with the Warden.
Absolutely. I mean, I had such an amazing experience when I first played Minecraft. Like, it was terrifying listening to zombies underneath my house and in the caves, and hopefully we can bring that back to players, but, you know, 10 years later.
Yeah. But that would be just amazing, because you hear so many lovely first night stories. It's such a big thing, and I mean, I'm also very fond of my first night in Minecraft, so we hope to give that experience
that
again.
Mob is ready for
but
Halloween.
you really
Happy
balance sort of the look of it. It's like it's
Shocktober,
almost
boys.
cute, but also really, really terrifying. How did you decide?
Yeah. We actually worked a lot on how does scariness look in Minecraft? Because we wanted to be very scary, and we didn't want to take away from the scariness, but we felt let's add some derpiness to it. So it's like a mix. So for example, we added the mouth.
Evening, Lungful, how's it going?
And some actually reacted like, oh, it's so cute, which I think it's more scary, but I think we find like the perfect balance.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really has character.
Yes, definitely. Well, you've been sitting up here. You just announced an update that everyone has been waiting for, and we actually have some tweets that have come in.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Okay,
let's go, says System Z.
Oh, even more tweets. So,
let's go.
It's like we really developed this game together with the community, and now to see that people are so happy, that feels so good.
Yeah, honestly, it's such a privilege to work on a game like this and an update like this, and we just love this game, and we want to make the best update that we can for everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Agnes and Brandon. That was a lot of amazing new things. Don't forget that we have another segment full of even more cave updates later on in the show. Woo! Now let's head over to our Minecraft Live correspondent, Vubui. I hear he has a first look at something you all voted into the game last year.
Is it mob boat time, baby?
Hello, Minecrafters of the world. I'm Vubui, and I'm here once again to help all of you at home to choose a mob that will go into Minecraft. But first, we have a message from our good friend Max Brooks, author of our first Minecraft novel, with some exciting news.
Hey, Minecraft community. It's Max Brooks, author of Minecraft: The Island. Thank you so much for embracing my book, and I hope you'll enjoy the sequel, Minecraft: The Mountain, where our character leaves the island and paddles to a strange snow-covered world and discovers another castaway, and together the two of them have to find their way home.
This dude wrote World War
Minecraft:
Z.
The Mountain, coming out in 2021 available for pre-order right now. And as always, thank you for embracing all Minecraft books.
That sounds awesome! Another Minecraft novel, and this one's called The Mountain. Speaking of mountains, remember last year's vote? It was a fierce competition, but the mountains won after 2 intense rounds of voting.
Right.
Well, I have a sneak peek into what your vote is bringing to Minecraft on the cliff side of the Caves and Cliffs update.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, we looked at the
Goats.
caves, we didn't see the
They're
cliffs.
both mischievous and adorable at the same time. As you can see,
Look
they
at
live
'em.
on the mountains. And if you aren't careful, they might knock you off. They also have excellent jumping skills.
They're adorable.
We'll also get better mountain generation with spectacular
They're
and more
actually
dramatic
adorable.
mountains with height-dependent generation. That means things like tree lines and mountaintops that will be more challenging with lots of snow and ice. And speaking of snow, yes, it will be snowier. We will also have a new block called Powder Snow, which will be a kind of trap block. It looks similar to snow, but if you or a mob walk on it, you will fall right through.
Oh no.
Now let's talk about this year's vote.
no.
We have 3
Patricia, how's it
awesome
going?
mobs for you to choose from. And to introduce them, we once again have Tiny Agnes and Tiny Jens. Let's see what they have to show.
Let's go, tiny guys. Yeah, the Moo Bloom. Moo Bloom's a strong contender.
Bees
though.
and moo blooms are friends, just like we are. Right, Agnes?
These friendly cows live in the flower forest biome, yellow as sunshine and covered in beautiful flowers. What's not to like about these beautiful bovines?
We are friends, right, Agnes?
Why do we have to record these videos on an actual mountain? They are animated.
The Isolager is a new illager that lives on mountain tops. It's a hostile mob that attacks you with clouds of flying ice.
Oh
You did pack the supplies we need to survive the night up here. Right, Jens? Do you ever wish
no.
Minecraft's oceans were
this is the one I said
glowier?
I
Not
wanted-
me.
want to
I always wish for world peace.
Sure you do. Well, wish no more. Meet the glow squid.
Wow.
What was I meant to say again?
Look at
Vote
him.
for Minecraft?
Can't talk. Must admire glow.
Agnes, Jens, it's really distracting.
He's got his hat in the thing.
They're so tiny and they're so susceptible to distraction. Hopefully that won't happen to you. Now let's go over how...
This is a really well put
Hello?
together stream, isn't it?
Oh, hi Tiny Agnes. Yeah, no, I'm live right now. Oh, okay. Well, you really shouldn't read too many internet comments. But, okay, I'll tell him. Okay, bye. Tiny Agnes would like everyone to know that she and Tiny Jens are, in fact, good friends. Okay,
Nice.
where was I? And why do people keep leaving phones around the
She's
studio?
just keeping him in that
Now,
friend
let's
zone.
go over how you can be a part of what is likely to be an epic showdown. Don't let this decision be made without your voice. Be ready to cast your votes. First, make sure you have a Twitter account. If you don't, go to twitter.com,
All right, guys, everyone get your
sign up
phones
for an
ready.
account, and make sure you're logged in. I'll let you know when the voting starts. Then you'll need to go to the Minecraft Twitter account to find the latest poll. Think carefully, debate with your friends and family, make a decision, then click on the mob you want to make it into Minecraft.
Chat, how are you gonna
There will
vote?
be 2 voting sessions, and I'll let you know when each one begins. For now,
Chat, how are
just
you
be
voting?
ready and keep dreaming of victory for
Let
your
me know. How are
favorite
you
mob.
voting today? Who are you voting for?
My name is Yesenia Cisneros, and I'm the gameplay producer for Minecraft Earth. I am so excited to be a part of Minecraft Live this year and to share this wonderful experience with you, our amazing community. It's been so fun seeing what you've been doing with the game.
Is this cross-platform
I've
stuff?
seen
Yeah, it will
lots
be
of
on-
creation
it
shared
will-
each
it will-
week,
it will
and
be
I wish
coming out
I
on
were that
all
creative. I
forms
mean,
of Minecraft
wow.
Eventually.
While everyone has been discovering new hobbies, I have been logging in each day to collect a new adventure crystal, which lets me play life-size adventures in augmented reality in various parts of my home. My dogs are very confused, to say the least. It seems like I'm not the only one who's been going on lots of adventures. We've had more than 5 million adventures played throughout early access. Holy Moobloom, that is amazing. I've also been completing season and daily challenges to collect mobs, even more adventure crystals, and exclusive character creator items that can also be used in Bedrock.
You have no
Sometimes, when the weather is just right in my house, lightning strikes and a new mob is made.
All right.
Later this month, we have 2 new mobs joining Minecraft Earth, and I hear they're going to make quite a splash. Speaking of mobs, our beloved Moobloom from Minecraft Earth has a chance to be brought into vanilla. How cool is that? Now, I'm not going to tell you who you should vote for, but what I am saying is one of these mobs is definitely way more adorable than the rest, so choose wisely. In our last couple releases, you may have noticed that we added Slime Ball and Slime Blocks. With that, I'm super excited to let you know that we are adding pistons and sticky pistons to Minecraft Earth. Be on the lookout next week for a content update, and I can't wait to see the awesome creations you make with blocks, items, and now redstone contraptions. Our friends Mumbo, Jumbo, and Grian recently took a Minecraft Earth road trip and made their own awesome creations.
I can't even vote in this damn Minecraft thing. Fuck this. I'm going to sleep now.
My name's Mumbo, this is my friend Grian, and this is my 1974 VW
Mumbo
bus.
and Grian!
There's no air conditioning, there's no heating.
The boys!
There's no radio. There's no anti-locking brakes, no power steering.
I've owned it for about 4 years, and to be frankly honest, it's pants. Times were definitely different in the 1970s, so it's ridiculously slow, and it's definitely lacking some of the modern comforts you would usually expect to find in a car these days.
The boys!
We are embarking on a grand tour of England, going from the south coast up to Wales, and it's going to take us 3 whole days.
I'll be honest, Graham, mate, would you class that as a grand tour?
Well, yes. We have no radio, so it's going to feel a lot longer.
But you see, this isn't a regular road trip in a rubbish old van. This is a Minecraft Earth road trip
Take it easy now,
in a rubbish old van. With Minecraft Earth being a game you can play on the move, we thought we would travel to a bunch of different locations in the UK. Some of them are iconic, some of them just feel very Minecrafty, and some of them are barely linked to Minecraft at all, but we just really wanted to go to them, so we did.
Oh, he took it out on the guy next to him.
We also had a go at integrating Minecraft Earth with real life. Minecraft Earth Frisbee is a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Sorry. Minecraft Earth Badminton can be quite dangerous to onlookers.
Sorry, John.
And real-life sand blocks are alarmingly difficult to construct.
If I just film this angle, there we go.
What a great idea. These two are really good friends as well.
Road Trip was a huge success and we had a lot of fun. You can expect to see the full-length episodes appearing on our channels very, very soon.
Oh, I'm looking forward to watching that.
Wow, it looks like Mumbo, Jumbo, and Grian had quite the Minecraft Earth adventures. At Mojang Studios, we've also been making more original content than ever before on our Minecraft YouTube channel. Our goal is to create shows that give you inside knowledge directly from our team. We're even giving away all of our secrets in a new series called How We Make Minecraft, which honestly feels sort of risky. And guess what? We have lots more awesome Minecraft content on the way. Here's a look at what shows you'll find on our channel.
No boy slander in the chat. The boys is incredible. I don't want to hear anything else.
Yo, my name is Jens. I'm here.
Wait, no! Stop!
Yeah, Mumbo and Grian are the hermit crafters. Take it easy, Doc. Well, thank you for passing by, my friend.
How can Steve punch cactus without getting hurt?
I know cactus has pricklies, but punching a tree probably hurts too.
Everyone just starts panicking.
I like it. They're stepping up into the world of social media.
Please like and subscribe. I've always wanted to say that. But really, you should. It's good stuff. In 2017, you voted for the terror that is the Phantom, and I personally have not forgiven you for that.
Yeah,
in 2018, the Taiga won your vote with fantastic foxes. Last year, it was the mountains with our soon-to-be friends, the goats. What will you, the Minecraft community, do this year? Let's review our choices once more. I was inspired by some of the amazing handcrafted things I've seen made by our community over the years. So I decided to make my own versions of our 3 mob choices.
He's gone all Blue
Hi,
Peter.
babies.
He's gone all
For
Blue
illustrative
Peter on us.
purposes. I think I did a pretty great job.
He did
Took
make
me
this.
3 months.
He did not make
each.
this.
Anyway, all the way from Minecraft Dungeons, we have the Iceologer. They make clouds of ice that smash down on whomever they are attacking.
True, not the cave monster.
Quite as
I like
chill
the
as
cave
they
monster,
look.
The warden.
From Minecraft Earth, we have the adorable Moo Bloom. I hear they may come with a new flower.
Get the Moo
Buttercup.
Bloom out of here.
And I'm pretty sure they'll be best pals with bees. Also from Minecraft Earth, the Glow Squid. As the tiny trio will surely attest, they sure are distracting to look at. The first voting poll is now live on the Minecraft
boys.
Twitter account. Make sure you're logged in, go to the poll right now, and click the mob you want to win. We'll check back in before we start the second and final poll.
What am I voting? Which one?
Now, though,
I'll cast
I'd
a
like
vote
to
based on
welcome
everybody.
Laura to my desk
I'll be fair.
to talk about the dungeoniest Minecraft game ever, Minecraft Dungeons.
So
Hello,
let me know.
Laura.
See, I told you
Hi.
we get some
Thanks for
dungeons
having
on this
me.
Very excited that you're here.
Nice.
So, what do you do at Mojang Studios?
I am a game designer, which means I am the one that gets to decide how difficult the bosses are. So I'm sorry about that one. You can blame me for that.
I think people will blame you for that.
That's okay.
While I have you here on the stage, which mob are you voting for?
I think if I don't say I am voting for the Iceologer, my team will kill me. So, but it's an amazing mob. It brings a lot of fun to dungeons, and I think it will bring a lot of fun to Minecraft as well.
Okay. I figured you would say that, but I had to ask.
Come on.
So tell me about
Come on,
the
I got
launch
cast
of
my
Dungeons
vote.
this year.
Oh wow, that was quite the ride. It was such a crazy launch. I don't think anybody in the team expected to ever release a game from home. So we were all sitting in this like massive Teams call and like sharing streams with each other and sharing videos and comments from players, and it was very good. It was fun in a different way.
What would you say was your favorite thing from the release?
I think it was how people came together to play the game. It was very fun to see parents like show their children dungeon crawlers and children show their parents Minecraft. I don't know, it was very nice to see everyone just sit together and play and enjoy.
That sounds wonderful.
Yes.
Well, let's take a look at what the community has done with what's come out so far.
Yeah.
Cannot actually believe that we like got close to the end and it was like, nope. Well, time to be blown up by more creepers. They absolutely hate you, those creepers. Oh yeah, Tom, you're welcome to join actually.
待って結構減った最後殴りに行っていい
Japanese streamers are the greatest ever. Look at this.
So the
Look at
Village
the
Merchant,
energy.
a really cool merchant, simple, straightforward items, and definitely a nice addition to the game.
I
A
can't
good
see the pole.
replacement for the Wandering Trader. Now let's go check in with our friend the Blacksmith
upset.
here. This is definitely something that I'm looking forward to because this is one of the coolest things that has possibly come to the game.
Oh, tem que matar o maguinho. Ai, morri. Galera, me ajuda.
Calma aí, eu vou te ressuscitar. Calma aí, eu vou dar cover aqui.
Que isso, Davi? Já tá me ressuscitando.
Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, I see what's going on here.
Väldigt bra! Hazmat-suit! Hör du? Vänta tills jag har min raket du! Du ska få spö då! Nu jäklar ska ni få spö!
Run, boy!
Kuja!
Stop killing the pandas, you monster! Stop killing the pandas!
Oh, we have to save villagers! Our villagers right there! You are free, villager!
We must find the caravan of other villagers.
Ooh, I got invisibility potion.
What is that?
와, 맵 엄청 많이 생겼네
I
이번에.
clicked on the
크리프까지
Iceologer
깼고,
just to-
늪지,
just to
목장,
follow suit.
고, 레드스톤 광산? 여기 거의 끝판대장급
I feel
아니야?
like you guys preferred that over.
Holy smokes!
Apparently, I was the first vote as well.
Boom.
It says one vote.
You're right.
Yeah. I put my.
One vote. That's
Oh,
me. I did
look!
it.
There's a pig.
I did it, boys.
Kill the pig! Get the pig!
Oh no!
Red!
I told you, though. Look. I don't know
That
if you
looks
can
so
see
fun.
Yeah, it's so cool to see people have fun with the
Moo Bloom
game.
is the
And it's fun
lowest
to play
right now.
and watch.
Yes,
It's a
I
fight
hope so at
between the
least.
Iceologer
But this
and
week, you also
the
had
Glow Squid.
another launch.
Oh, this month it's been a crazy month. Like we haven't
Battling it out.
stopped doing things. I feel we released first the Creeping Winter together with our new merchants and the new daily trials, which was awesome. I hope everyone loved it.
Come on.
We launched for xCloud, so now people can play on mobile, which is so fun. I really
Glow
like that.
Squid is
And
winning, yeah!
this week we just launched in China, so now we get to welcome
tactical.
our Chinese friends to the community, and I am super happy about that.
That's really exciting. Well, now we have a question
right?
from the community for you.
Right.
I was like, if I vote for the ideologist,
質問です。マインクラフトダンジョンズをリリースされてから開発者が想定していなかったファンの反応やゲームの仕様などありましたでしょうか。またマインクラフトダンジョンズの今後について教えてください。今後どのようなコンテンツがリリースされるのでしょうか。ぜひ教えてください。よろしくお願いします。
Okay, he kind of snuck 2 questions into that.
Yes, but they were great questions, and thank you for sending them. Regarding the first question, I think we were very excited to see how fast people found the secret mushroom level. Like, I was very confused about it as well, because we had worked very hard on making it very secretive and having little snippets of things everywhere, but players are so smart. They found it so fast. So if you haven't played the mushroom level, go check it out because it's very fun.
And the second question?
Right. So that's what we are here to talk about today. We're going to talk about our upcoming DLC that we prepared with our friends at Double 11, and that's called the Howling Peaks.
Here we go.
So we're going to the mountains
DLC.
with dungeons as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a look at some live gameplay?
Yeah, let's check it out. We are very lucky today that we have 4 members of the Dungeons team with us. Here's Mariana at the Nintendo Switch. Hello. Here's Chris at the PC.
Hey.
Here's David at the PlayStation 4.
There he is,
and at the
PlayStation
Xbox
guy.
One, we have Annika.
And
So
the Xbox
we get
One
to show
lady.
you here for the first time cross-play, which we're very excited about. So people can play together from everywhere.
On all platforms.
That's exciting.
And yeah,
cool.
that's
That
our
is
first
cool.
look at the mountains biome coming to dungeons.
Already I see a goat right there.
Oh yeah, we were so happy. We asked the Minecraft team if we could bring goats to dungeons, and they said yes. So we get to release them a bit first in dungeons. So we're super excited about that. They're equally as mischievous.
The goats,
Yes.
the goats are getting,
So I see a lot of
getting
wind
their-
coming
their
out of
due,
these
man.
grates.
Yes. Wind is a mechanic that we're going to explore a lot in the mountains missions.
Which can push you back.
And
That's
the
very
players
clever.
will be
Push you
both
into
challenged by
mines
it
and
and will be able to use it. So the wind will push the player, so you need to be a bit careful. But at the same time, you'll be able to use it to solve puzzles, push items, and open doors and stuff
They're
like
getting
that.
Tomb
So,
Raider up
yeah.
on us.
That's awesome. What is this?
Remember I had to do that in Tomb Raider?
Right,
And it was
so
the most frustrating
yeah, our
thing ever.
mountains biomes are so tall
PS14
that the player will
looks
need
like
to find
curly
new ways
head,
to traverse the
It does.
levels. So that's a mountain lift, and there's gonna be full of like these little contraptions all around.
That seems like a really fun new mechanic.
Yes.
Get 'em, boys.
Yeah, the goats are all around, and you need to be careful with them.
Yeah, I saw them attack.
Yes, they're really gonna push you out of the edge if you're not too careful.
So leave the goats alone.
Yes, leave the goats alone. That's very important. And as you'll see in a bit, the iceologers that you can find in this mission and in all the mountains missions are very ready for the weather. So they are wearing their little cozy clothes, and they're wind resistant, which means that while the player will be challenged by the wind, the iceologers won't.
Oh, what are these?
These are new mobs called the
Alright.
wind callers, and that's a Ravager coming
Yeah,
for the first
that is
time
a
to
Ravager.
Minecraft Dungeons. That's another Minecraft
Big
mob
boy.
that we get to welcome.
The big
They're
boy
quite
himself.
sturdy.
What do the wind colors?
Take it easy,
Right,
man.
the
We're
wind
enjoying playing
collars
some Minecraft, man.
spawn a draft of wind right under the player, and they push the player up, so the player gets fall damage.
Okay.
It's very important to deal with them
That's
quick
a cool
or
mob.
run away because
That's a cool
they're
mob
gonna be
addition. Look at that guy
they're
flying
gonna be
around.
painful to combat otherwise.
Well, they're doing a pretty good job against these wind callers.
Yes, our adventurers are strong.
Okay.
Ooh.
There are 3 Ravagers.
dear.
Yeah,
big
that's gonna be
boys.
an interesting one.
The
But
big
so far, I can see that all the consoles are working very neatly together. We're
Yeah, they
super
are.
happy about that.
They are.
It's been progressing very
Working
nicely, and
very
we
nicely.
hope everyone can soon play
Smooth
together.
crossplay.
Oh, that was
That's
an
always a plus.
isologer. I wanted to
T-Pack,
say,
how's it
like,
going, Scoop?
that's
How's it going?
my
Scoop,
favorite
even?
mob, but you know,
But
it
it
went
didn't
too
stay
fast.
around too long.
Yes,
All right, we're leading up to this big Ravager battle.
yes.
I don't have Twitter, but
But I
glad
think
that the glow squid
we
is
can
winning. There we
let
go.
our adventurers
Glow
deal with
squid,
the
baby.
Ravagers.
Not very well.
No.
Anything can happen. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So, with all of this, you also have a new game mode coming.
Yeah, the game mode is coming very, very soon, and it's going to be for all the players for free, and that's called Apocalypse Plus, which means that we're making the game just, harder a bit at a time. Yeah.
When you call something Apocalypse, it sounds very hard.
Yeah, and Apocalypse Plus means that it gets even harder. So hopefully players get to find new challenges, and we found different ways to tweak the balance so the challenge is different every time.
I like it.
But, okay, that's a lot of stuff. You're working on even more new things for Dungeons.
We're working...
I'm just going to say this quickly, right? If they brought everything over from Minecraft Dungeons into normal Minecraft, yeah, you could really make some sort of some really cool sort of RPG sort of world settings and stuff, especially with this new warden and so on and so forth. I feel like you could really transform what the game is, You could make like your Minecraft Skyrim kind of vibes and things like that, Mr. Beast voted for the glow squid. That means people are going to follow suit. It's close though. It's neck and neck. Oh no, is it falling back? Neck on neck on my tweets. Pre-alpha footage of the DLC. It's already looking good. Hey, this music is nice.
One of my favorite things we do at Mojang Studios is Minecraft Education Edition.
Yep.
Students around the world are able to learn in exciting and interactive ways using the game as a learning-based platform.
It's Minecraft
Students
Diablo.
and teachers in 115 countries around the world are able to collaborate, learn, and share together. Minecraft has always been a way to connect people. And we've seen that now more than ever with Minecraft Education Edition being used in remote learning.
Is that a name?
When you're in the game, you don't have to feel so far away from your classmates. From creating graduation ceremonies in Japan, to creating first day orientations for American universities, to teachers doing virtual meetups, we've seen students and teachers using the game in incredible ways. Today, we're launching our first ever Minecraft Education Edition Global Challenge for students around the world to build a better world with us.
Over the past few months, we've seen wildlife roam through cities while humans stayed inside. Without cruise ships and ferries around, dolphins visited the port of Cagliari in Sardinia, Italy, and wild boar roamed the streets of Barcelona. But what if animals could share space with humans all the time? Today, we're kicking off the first ever Minecraft Education Global Build Championship and asking students around the world to design and build healthy spaces for humans and animals to coexist together. What will you build?
Hey, I'm Ayana. I'm a developer in the Minecraft team. If I were to participate in the Global Build Challenge, I'd build a series of underwater tubes so we could transport things without disturbing the aquatic life.
Hello everyone, I'm OMG Chad, and if I were to design a build for the Global Championship, I would make a house with a habitat for my cats on top, and I would call it a habitat.
どうもこんにちは、カーボンです。僕だったら日本っぽい建築で勝負したい。
Hola, nosotros somos los hermanos Leo y si estuviéramos participando en la dinámica mundial de Minecraft construiríamos unas viviendas camufladas con la vegetación del entorno para que los animales no se espanten. ¡Participa!
Design and build your own solution in Minecraft Education Edition. For the chance to win Mine Coins, awesome Minecraft gear, and a video chat with Mojang Studios. The championship opens today.
You can register today and download the Championship World Template. We can't wait to see your amazing ideas, and Jens and I can't wait to see the winner on video chat. We get the awesome prize of chatting with you no matter who wins. For those of you who don't have Education Edition, we have something for you too. Our education team has already added amazing free lessons to Minecraft Marketplace. We've also been working with some amazing educators on a new series about diversity and inclusion coming this fall.
Are you happy with
Hi,
it?
Minecraft Live. I'm Kenneth Shelton, and along with my fellow educators, Elisa Ford and Natasha Rochelle, we've been building a series of Minecraft lessons that will help people explore topics of social justice, equity, identity, and tolerance. The first of these lessons is called Good Trouble, and it's based on the life and philosophy of Congressman and civil rights activist John Lewis. The additional lessons continue teaching about social justice from across the world and through time, from Black Lives Matter to Malala's quest in Pakistan to achieve equal education for girls, to the civil rights movement of 1960s America, to the women's suffragette movement, and more. We can't wait to share these important lessons with the Minecraft community.
I'm looking forward to playing through the Good Trouble lessons myself. Together with the Minecraft community, we commemorated Juneteenth with contributions to the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, Equal Justice Initiative, and the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. We're proud to continue supporting organizations that fight for equity and equality in the world by making an additional donation today to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. This brings our 2020 contributions to over $2 million.
Let's go, Minecraft!
Beyond this, we continue to look within our company, our products, and ourselves for how we can help create a more inclusive world.
I respect it massively.
Now it's time for a brand new segment of our show. You may have missed our next guest during the Minecraft Update segment, but not to worry. You're about to get some dedicated time with the one and only Jeb. Hello.
Hello.
Jeb.
Thank you very much.
Man like Jeb, yeah?
It was very different not having you in the Minecraft Update section.
Yes, it's a little bit different this year since we always want the ones that are actually working on the features of the games to be the ones to get to talk about them, because we feel that it gets more genuine in that way.
So what are you working on then?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, of course, I still spend a lot of time with Vanilla and Agnes and the team, but I now work with all our products, all our games, and like the board games, and try to support our developers and designers to capture the Minecraft feeling and make them fit together.
When is Notch going to enter the room?
Honestly, everyone's so talented, so it's actually quite an easy job. But to help everyone, both in Stockholm and in Redmond, I wrote a book, a Minecraft game design book.
Are you trying to sell that to everyone in the audience watching?
No, this is only for Mojang Studios employees.
I would love
it contains
to
a lot of
get my
secrets.
hands on one of those, wouldn't you?
But it was helpful when the team grew to kind of explain my thoughts and ideas about Minecraft. And for Vanilla in particular, there are some guiding principles that are going to help us continue updating the game for many years to come.
But you did decide to share some today, so people can kind of see what's in the Jeb game design book.
Absolutely.
Look at
one
his
of these guiding principles is it maybe sounds obvious,
big Viking
but
energy
that is it's always one block at a time. You place one block, you remove one block, you pull one lever, and you trigger one TNT, and of course that causes a big explosion. But at the core, the interaction is always one block at a time. And it's not only important for the way you play the game, but it's also if you're playing together with someone, let's say you're building a house or something, then I will be able to observe what you're doing and quickly understand where you're going, and then I can help you, and every block counts. If you would just copy paste or make templates and such, then it would be a little bit harder to collaborate. And also Minecraft is a lot about the journey to create your massive castle or whatever. But so it's important to we retain that feeling.
And you have another principle, but it applies pretty directly to a community question that we have.
你会加入更多天气或者自然灾害到我的世界中吗？
像是暴风雪或者是大雾天气。
我的世界的中国玩家，大家好，感谢你的提问。
Wow, Jens.
Yes, the Chinese community inspired me to try to take on a new language, but I have a long way to go, honestly. But about the question, if we're going to add things like natural disasters, that kind of contradicts one of our other guiding principles that bad things happen, but they're technically the player's fault.
Okay, they're the player's fault.
Yes, in the sense that it was either caused by a player, like a griefer or summoning in the wither, or a player was nearby, such as when a creeper explodes. So whenever something bad happens, we want to make sure that the players are either actively taking part of that or have a way to prevent it from happening. And an earthquake or a tornado would obviously destroy something that you spent hours building.
But there's definitely a few I can think of that maybe fall outside of this principle.
There are still a few cases like Endermen can grab a block and maybe wreck up some redstone, or you can have an unlucky wolf running into your sheep garden. But there's also the worst thing is, of course, lightning strikes that can set your whole house on fire. Yep. But I'm hoping that Agnes and the team may have a plan for that.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the last feature you were active in developing?
I'm not going to lie to you.
Yes, the last feature I did was the netherite feature. I thought that was a very important part of the nether update and wanted to help where I can. But I don't want to, since I'm working with so many different projects now, I don't want to do something halfways and then kind of leave it to the team to fix my bugs. So I try to be a little bit hands-off. But recently I've, of course, also been working a little bit on making combat test snapshots.
That leads us to another community question.
Okay.
Hey. I'm Dan TDM, and I would love to know what kind of combat mechanic changes are being made to Minecraft Java Edition.
Yes, and that's an excellent question.
Glow Squid is
we currently have a problem that on the two different editions of the game, there are different combat mechanics or combat systems. And that's bad both for us as designers that have to take both systems into account, but also bad for the community that wants to have the same experience. So the main objective is to reach parity. But I still want to make sure that we make a system that is kind of fits with the building and that doesn't distract too much from building, but still gives us this depth that allows us to design interesting behaviors. Also, I want to make sure that it works both good in both player versus environment. That means adventuring and players versus player. And I want to make sure that it feels good playing both with mouse and keyboard. And when you're on a controller, you don't get tired by frequently pressing the trigger. And we also want to improve touch, like the touch experience. So it's a lot to do.
But you said you weren't working on feature development. But then you are working on combat?
Yes, I mean, of course, it's a little bit hard to keep your hand out of the feature cookie jar. But in this case, I also felt that this was an area where I could help the team, so they could focus on doing the content updates. But at some point in the future, I will, of course, dump this on the team.
Okay, so exactly what you said you don't want to do.
Yes, and they will have to carry it over the finish line. Yes.
Nice. Now, speaking of combat, we just had a really cool announcement about Alex and Steve coming to Super Smash Brothers.
I knew that.
Yes, and that is so amazing. And just like I said, like my job gets easier because everyone's so talented, and just in this case, Sakurai-san and his team they really understand Minecraft and have made an absolutely amazing Super Smash Brothers fighter.
And Sakurai has also made a really amazing video for all of us in the community.
マインクラフトライブをご覧の皆さん、こんにちは。大乱闘スマッシュブラザーズディレクター空の桜井正宏です。スマブラにマインクラフトのダウンロードコンテンツが導入されます。スティーブやアレックスが参戦することが決定し、マインクラフトライブ前に特別放送をお届けしたのですが、見ていただけたでしょうか。もしまだの方はぜひご覧ください。スマブラであることを忘れるぐらい、マインクラフトのスピンオフとしても相当にすごい踏み込んだ表現を行っています。発売までもう少しだけお時間いただきます。
Not even a while to wait.
スティーブがマリオと戦う。アレックスがピカチュウと戦う。ゾンビやエンダーマンをアクションゲームで操作できる。リンクやカービィやソニックやロックマンやクラウドやリュウなど有名キャラクターとの共演が楽しめます。そして私も、マインクラフトファンの一人です。マインクラフトライブでの、発表を楽しみにしています。それでは。
That was a really big secret to keep.
Yes, and it was a really hard secret to keep even in the studio because it was super secret. But it has been so much fun to work on.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the community reaction.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to switch gears here. You have a sort of famous saying within the office, which is the world would be a better place if everyone played Minecraft. And why do you think that?
Yeah, I suppose the quote has kind of gotten a life of its own.
It definitely has.
It's
yes,
true,
it's true. I think Minecraft unleashes people's creativity and helps them collaborate, but also teaches them things like geometry, languages, and maths. So yes, I do think that the world would be a better place if everyone played Minecraft. You know? But I know that you also are very engaged in building a better world.
You're interviewing me now, Jens. Thanks. I mean, I think I feel so privileged to work on Minecraft because of all the amazing things that people do with it, from Education Edition, and something I'm extremely passionate about is Block by Block, which is our partnership with UN Habitat, and it's really helping people reimagine their public space and then have it built.
I love this
Great
place.
Music
It's such a nice
throughout
area.
all of this stream, isn't it?
But it has not always been like this.
It's been solid. Alright.
Well, before the area felt very cold and unsafe.
Basically, it was just an abandoned place.
Block by Block is a program created by Mojang and UN Habitat where we use Minecraft to help community members redesign their neighborhoods. Kosovo has been impacted by years of conflict, and in those situations we often see communities divided and public spaces neglected.
It was a really cool project because even the little kids like me could help out with make the city a better place.
They got to use Minecraft to sketch and try different solutions about how the space could be improved.
Awesome. It was very fun because you felt like to be able to help the city while just playing.
After that, the ideas were presented to local architects and city planners, and later that year, construction started.
Let's see the end result.
It's been 5 years since we participated in the program, and the street since then has become more developed and it is now more frequented than before. It seemed kind of unbelievable that this was made with Minecraft.
So seeing my own idea as a kid, changing a whole area in my city, it was very special to me.
Wow.
It's unbelievable that we were able to make
man.
reality what was once only an idea in our computer screen.
Finally, decision makers have changed their perspective because maybe they realize that we can make a change.
In a democracy, you want the people who live in that community to be asked about what's going to happen in that community. So this is a perfect example. The community was asked, the community decided, the community designed, and the community is using it.
I'm probably going to be like really happy and be like, hey friends, I made this. I walk here almost every day, and every time I see it and I see a lot of people spending time here, it's a very gratifying feeling.
I just hope it will become real as soon as possible. So the reaction of the community was great, and to me it was a great feeling, which I'll never forget.
I came up with a skate park idea and some trees surrounding the park.
It is possible to change the world and make your dreams come true.
It felt like I was being heard, and being heard and listened to is one of the best feelings that you can feel.
That's it right there, Lungful, man. It's crazy how much people do write it off just because of the visual style and such, right?
I actually was able to go to Kosovo at the start of that project, and it's just look at
what
to see the
what a great company that is behind this, and the you know, as Jeb was saying, the creativity that is oozing out because of this game within its own rules and everyone else's as well.
You're about to hit your 10-year anniversary at Mojang Studios.
Incredible,
in like
man!
2 or 3
that
months.
Yes, it's
that
true,
is
yeah.
actually incredible. I'm not lying.
An amazing journey.
Just well done,
these 10
man.
years, and
just wow.
I have had so much fun working on Minecraft, but of course I'm also a Minecraft player, and we're all like with the community.
T-Pack, don't apologize, man, for not being
in the
part
end,
of the
it's
streams.
really the players and the
when you
community
can.
that gives everything
And
its
it's
purpose.
all love, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all love.
And from myself as part of the community, I just want to say, like, thank you for the 10 years and all that you've done for Minecraft. It's made a huge difference in my life, and I think many people watching right now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jens. Last year at Live, we announced the Nether update. Maybe since then you've been wondering about what it would be like to attend a Nether ballet. Wonder no more. Our friends at Element Animation will dance us through all the new Nether features.
Phil Spencer just announced on Twitter crossplay is coming to Minecraft Dungeons in November. Yeah, we saw that earlier. We saw a good little example of that earlier. Pause. Let's go, Pigman. I'm just going to turn it down for obvious reasons right here. No one ever wondered what this would look like, but I'm glad we're getting to see it right here. Great little animation here. Some fun. Hey. This is great. How's everyone doing anyway? It's the weekend. How are you all doing? I thank you all for tuning in to watch this with me. I really appreciate you guys massively, as always. I hope you've been having fun with this stream. We're about to get the results, I believe.
The results of the first round of voting are in. The round which determined which mob's dreams would be dashed, with no hope of making it into the final round. And it was intense. But sadly, let's all say a fond farewell to the poor Moobloom. Then forget it ever existed, because it's time to vote again. We are now down to the Isolager and the Glow Squid. And in the first round, they were quite close. I'm quite interested to see where the voters of the Moobloom will go. If you missed the first round of voting, make sure you get in on this one. It determines which one of these two makes it into Minecraft. I know who I'll be voting for.
This is a tough...
The final voting poll is live now. This is your chance to have a say in what goes into Minecraft. So don't leave yourself out. Log into Twitter and go vote.
Their timing with saying that it's out now is a bit off, but we'll forgive them. This has been a really good stream, and I really appreciate how much quality
I'm Quinn,
they
head
put
of the
in.
Marketplace Partner Program, and I'm joined by two of my favorite people. How about you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi,
I
I'm
wish the
Fanny.
sets
I'm a
looked more
developer in the
Minecraft,
Creator
though, I'm not gonna
Systems
lie to
team.
you.
And what we do is create tools for our creator community. And some of them are very visible, and we're going to talk about them later. Some others are more behind the scenes and that help our creators make content that is more efficient and reliable, like the schedule command that is coming out soon.
Yep. I'm Jason. I'm a developer in the engine team, and we've been responsible for a lot of the modding type capabilities that have come to Bedrock over the last couple of years.
Hey, thank you so much,
That's super
man.
cool. So your teams help make creator tools for all of our incredible marketplace partners all around the world to help make content for you.
Mum almost told you not to stream it. I know, Thomas, but we've had a lot of fun.
From Picky Studios here in Aotearoa.
I've got like
making content for the
I've got some good ideas for where we can go with the realm now as well, knowing what's coming. I think we should go for a Last of Us style, not just Last of Us, but a sort of like apocalyptic-esque kind of like. But how about we do something, right? I'm just gonna turn them down for a sec. How about this for the Minecraft realm? Because I'm assuming everybody watching is a fan of Minecraft right now, and I'm sure it would be nice if we could get. The realms can only support like 10 people anyway, so it'd be good to get 10 solid players going, including myself in there, right? But how about we look for like a, because obviously it's zombies anyway, but how about we look for like an apocalypse, but we say it in a different time zone? Because most apocalypses happen in like, you know, futuristic worlds and stuff, right? You know, it's like, or like modern times and stuff. But how about we go for like a, I don't know, like a medieval apocalyptic vibe or something, like, do you know what I mean? Like The Last of Us meets the medieval times or something, which I guess is what Minecraft is anyway. But you know what I'm saying? Any suggestions and stuff would be great for the direction of the realm, and if anyone would like to join, please do let me know.
aka StarkTMA from MC Texels, and we are super excited about the new
Please do let me know. Or like apocalyptic Pirates of the Caribbean or something, you know?
Eu sou Gabriel, diretor
Paul is
da
live.
Mojang Studios. A gente tem cerca de 5 participantes na nossa equipe. Somos todos brasileiros.
Okay, hang on.
I'm Vicky, also known as Geeky Pixels from Pixel Studios, and I get to spend my days making content and working with awesome people.
Just getting that there. I think that should be about the right size, yeah? This is it.
Hey, I'm Warren from Minecraft, and we are 20 people working here in Israel. Shalom.
Glow squid, baby!
And the best part is
that was
all
so
these
weird.
features
Did you see
can
it
be
does
used
this?
by all creators. So what do you have to show us today?
There we go.
Yeah, so for the last couple of years, we've been doing a lot of work with the entities in the game. So this time, we've doubled down and gotten it so that we focused on items and blocks. So as part of that, I made a custom crop to kind of show off a lot of the capabilities.
Everyone go get your votes in. I'll
So
keep refreshing
over the
that every
summer,
so often.
Everyone at Mojang Studios was given tomato seeds.
Look
to
how much
grow a tomato
votes.
plant at home.
Yeah,
so I thought that was kind of a perfect inspiration to
so
go
quickly
make a
right
crop.
there.
So you can interact, you can place the seeds, use the crops. See, they're kind of growing. We got a couple of them getting to the flower stage. Got a few now that I can actually go pick. So in this case, I've made them work like the sweet berry bush, where you can just right-click on them.
Are we getting tomatoes?
But I think tomatoes taste disgusting, so I thought it was better to make them as something you can throw. So Quinn and I had some fun. We were throwing them around. It's harmless, sort of harmless.
Yeah, totally harmless.
Yeah.
It
was mostly by accident. But tomatoes will actually rot on the vine as well, and if they rot for too long, you get a little rotten tomato monster that can spawn from it.
That's
so
incredible!
Fight him off here.
That's actually incredible. I love him already. Look at him.
Yeah, he throws rotten tomatoes. They don't fly as far as a regular tomato, but they knock you back a lot more. But kind of based off all this stuff, I think tomatoes maybe aren't the best idea. So I'm going to get rid of all my plants and never grow them again.
Yeah, I agree with you on this one. So all these
healthy.
It's true, they are pretty healthy.
They're fruit, aren't they?
So with all of these new custom crops, creators can go and make some really cool kind of like farming style maps.
Oh, definitely. So I think crops are a great example of showing off how they all can kind of come together, because you get the items.
We're in the same mind state right here.
Normally you would eat the item, but or you can make projectiles. But they also have the ability to get events that are fired from things like a tick event. So as that event is fired, you can make the block run through multiple stages of growth, and eventually get to the point where you can choose what loot spawns at various stages of growth and stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool how you could interact with them like a normal berry bush, but then get the tomato out.
Yeah, it's just it's an interactive event that you can key into.
Yeah. And then there's a tomato monster there at the end, too.
Yeah, I call him Tomo.
Tomo.
Little Tomo, it's so cute.
Yeah.
It's not even scary, but yeah, it's an example of what you can do with them combining events and commands. That's one of the features that our creators have requested for so long. Just having commands to be able to run them when something happens. So now instead of also in addition to doing it with actors, you can also do it with blocks and items. In this case, as the flower is rotting, you can disappear that crop and also summon a tomato monster, a Tomo monster.
Yes.
Well, that's really cool because like I can totally see creators like using all of those combinations of features to make some like really cool like adventurous maps.
Yeah. Like, for example, the
wish they
little
would just
adventure
add
that we can show you,
all the
where
new
we were
mobs.
going to the desert.
Like I was saying,
and
I wish we
then,
got some of
we
the
found
dungeons
this
mobs as well, you know?
mysterious golden skull and also an equally mysterious pedestal in the middle of the desert. So we decided to place our golden skull over there and see what happened. And
Indiana Jones
yes,
style.
We have a mountain that is hollow. And as the brave warriors that we are, we went exploring. And obviously, we found some creepy monsters inside. Luckily, we have our trusty custom sword to fight them off.
Oh, that helps.
I'm not sure if we even survived that.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very safe.
No,
lightning
not at all.
sword.
But that pedestal, I know that's one of the most requested features, block models.
Yeah, so I've been super excited that we finally be able to get block models in. It's something we've been wanting to do for years, and we were finally able to work on them and get them in. So we got it working with using the same formats that we've been using for the entities, so the same tools that people have been using to build custom mobs, they can use to build the blocks with.
Oh, that's cool. So you don't even have to like learn a new skill. You can just continue
It's almost identical.
That's awesome. And then I noticed on the hotbar with the golden skull, there was like a little red triangle. What was that?
Yes, it's a new feature that we're calling item lock. I don't know if you found yourself sometimes just going through some content and you have this special item and then you die and you lose it, or maybe you drop it accidentally. Now we've made it so that creators can actually lock something on your inventory so that when you die or you press Q, it won't go away. That way you don't lose your mysterious golden skull to unlock the next stage.
So nice.
I was gonna say that makes it super easy because I've definitely been in an adventure map and I lost the key on accident, and then I had to go and try and fix that.
Yes.
And then when you place the skull, there was a lot going on in the background.
Like there's three features to talk about right there. The first one is like we wanted to give more power to creators with cameras. And this one is just a small one where we just shake the screen. I don't know if you noticed that one. And then you can help players convey something like there is an earthquake going on, or maybe something is about to fall over you. So you can do that with this new cool.
Or dinosaurs.
Or dinosaurs.
Get dinosaur steps.
Yes. The second one that we noticed there is structures. You can now place them using commands, whereas before you had to be using a structure block, which is more complicated and time-consuming. Now you can do it much more easily. And as part of those commands, you can now animate the structure placement.
Well.
For those that know this, like the mountain was opening, and that was just a structure animating. We provide a couple of effects. One is just like a 3D printing animation, and the other one is layer by layer. And yeah, you can combine them to just achieve very cool effects.
Yeah, I can see like creators, using those to add just another level of polish to their world.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And then I recognize the scorpions.
Yeah, well, the desert theme, it felt appropriate to bring them back. They've always been one of my personal favorite custom mobs that I've ever built.
Yeah, but after watching that video for so long, and ended up having a nightmare about having to rescue my mom from
Really?
some aliens riding scorpions. It was creepy.
I'm sorry, that was not the intention.
Glow squid, baby.
Yeah. Well, speaking of aliens, I know our team put together a really cool sci-fi parkour map that, they made you run through, Jason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they knew this when they asked me to run through it, but I'm pretty awful at parkour. So it took a few tries to get a clean run through. But at the beginning here, it's a pretty typical sort of parkour map of running and jumping, but we definitely have some twists up ahead. And here's kind of the first one of, even I know I can't make that jump. So let's see what's in the chest. And we got a Sliminator.
Sliminator,
I'm pretty sure they know what to do here. Woo! So now, hopefully, I will jump and be able to clear this gap. And please, yes. Make it up. So to get teleported to the next section, kind of make it along and see what next obstacle we have. So now I know the chests have useful things in them. So we got a Blockinator. And we'll throw that across and get a little platform. Now I can make this jump. Even I can make that jump. And we got the hot dog, or the cyber dog, and float up. But it poisoned me, so I needed to use the antidote to rescue me there.
All right.
Get across and get through here. Now we got a wall in the way, so let's see what tool we have to get through the wall.
So magic wand.
Insta presto, and get through here. Keep going along.
Oh, this is awesome.
This should be our last obstacle here. But I can see the teleport pad, but I can't quite get to it. But that shaft up above looks promising, along with the ladder. So let's go up, see what we get
Squid
here.
is winning.
Fall down. And block breaks.
It's
I can
rigged.
get some teleporter.
It's a rigged
And Fanny's
boat.
already there.
You made
Of course. Yeah, finally.
You only died 86,
Wow, that's
86 times.
I love just
pretty
the
good.
aesthetic of that too, as well, like all the art and
86
things.
times.
So those teleport blocks, those seem like a really
Incredible.
cool way to add like another level of immersion to the worlds you're creating.
Incredible.
Yeah, with data-driven items and blocks, we get so many new events that you can act on. Like, for example, in the case of the teleporters, you can step on it, and then an event will trigger, and you can react in so many ways. You can add particles, or in this case, for example, you run a series of commands that just
I like
teleport
how
you to
there's
the next
people
area.
working at Minecraft
That's
to make
awesome.
mods
And I
easier to
love
make.
the
Yeah,
Slaminator,
exactly.
the Blockinator, and the Magic
everything
Wand. I've
we've
never seen
seen.
items do that before.
Yeah, so that's another example of how combining the same tools you can achieve so many different effects. For example, the Sliminator
It's
was
close,
just using the event and the fail command, right, to replace the blocks at the bottom with the slimes. Then the next one, we have the wand, and that one is just replacing blocks with air. And then we also had the Blockinator, which allowed you to walk by placing some blocks, replacing air with blocks. So just by combining events and the same command in different ways, you achieve so many cool effects.
Yeah, so it's just small little simple things you can combine in lots of different ways and get a wide variety of results.
It is.
And even that Blockinator allowed you to
It's
make
trending.
that jump.
It's
Yes.
And then
literally
I also
trending.
saw that there was messing with mob effects too as well.
Yeah, so we've had an example of custom
is
food
hilarious.
in there. But in addition to just satisfying hunger like a food normally does, you can add and remove mob effects. So we had the
shall not
Cyber
make
Dog
it
that
through
gave 3 effects, the
into the
levitation,
They knew what they were
nausea,
doing.
and poison.
They knew
And
what
then we
to
had
do.
the antidote that would actually only remove 2 of them. So unlike a bucket of milk that removes all mob effects, you can make things that remove very specific things.
Yeah, and then it seemed like you got, after you use that, or after you use the magic wand to get to that wall, it seemed like you were stuck, but there was something else that was going on there.
Oh yeah, so there is the block that was in my way. So we made it so that another one of these events, similar to the on step on, is we also have an on fall on. So in this case, it was just an on fall on, and you can set what distance you want the event to trigger. So you have to fall at least 10 blocks or something like that.
This is
and when
very,
we land
very
on
good
it,
for
we then
customs.
break the block, similar to what like the tomato plant and other things that we saw earlier.
Yeah, and it seemed like it took you quite a few tries to make it through, but Fanny was able to do it first try.
Yes, unlike others, 86 times. Yeah.
Wow.
And one new feature that we have is that on raw text, you'll be able to show the names of the players that are of interest at that moment, and also show scores. Like in this case, we were tracking how many times Mayor was dying.
That's really well done.
Well, thank you both for coming on to the stage and talking a little bit about these creator tools
I'm
and new
proud
features
of
that are
them,
coming
man.
out. And with these new features, there's going to be a
I'm
pretty
proud
amazing new
of how
thing coming
much
out later
work
this year for
they have
all
put in.
Minecraft players.
To like every aspect of this stream, to see these devs in such a place where they're like just so happy, like they have such a love for the game that I think is really, really showing through. And I'm that's really interesting to see, you know.
Begin in 3, 2, 1.
Terror swoop. All right. More cave updates. This is what we came for. This is what we
know
came
you've
for.
waited a long time for this update, and if you thought the first set of features for the caves were awesome, it's time for even more awesomeness. Agnes and Nir from the Vanilla Minecraft gameplay team are here to tell us what else is coming to the Caves and the Cliffs update. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hey.
More cave updates.
How does it feel?
Looking forward to this.
So amazing. It's so awesome to finally be able to share that with everyone.
Yes, it feels great, and we have, looked a bit at tweets during the break, and
we have some more tweets.
We have more tweets.
Yes.
Wireless redstone.
Oh
of
yeah.
course.
She's so happy.
And there will be
She's
so
so
many cool
happy
things you
with
can
this.
build with that. And the warden. It's amazing to see all the excitement.
So cool.
This is what I mean. Look at how
Mir,
happy
you
they are
recently
about it.
joined the Mojang Studios team.
Yes, I joined this year, but honestly, I'm not completely sure how that happened. And not just joining Mojang, I'm not really sure how I'm here in Minecraft Live, because like just last year, I was home, glued to the stream. I had to know what the next thing is coming to Minecraft, and today it's not only that I get to share that, I got to work on some of those things.
Investing back in their community
it's
as
fairly
well,
incredible.
It's incredible
but yeah,
to see.
I've been developing games for a few years now, and more recently I've actually worked with this non-profit organization called Games for Peace.
Yo, Jeffrey, how's it going?
An amazing organization which basically uses games to promote peace. Like he takes kids from areas of conflict all around the world and sits them down to play Minecraft. And sometimes it's kids that don't even share a language, so they can't talk. So Minecraft is the language they share. Minecraft is what helps them connect and get to know each other and creates friendships, right? And it was amazing being part of that.
It's so cool. I mean, sometimes I feel like, oh, I know all the amazing things that are happening with Minecraft. And then you described that to Agnes and I, and we both were like, we've never heard that. And it's so cool.
It's so
That is
beautiful.
amazing.
Absolutely
Amazing.
beautiful.
The
So
levels
in this
that
update,
this game goes to.
you've been really looking at like filling out the caves even more.
Yes, so there are even more things to show. And in the things we showed so far, it's a lot about like improving the journey
think the pole's
underground.
broken?
But of course, we also want to add like new things to find, like new resources. And one of them are crystals.
It's got stuck. There's too much votes for it to process. It's just stuck. We got crystals now? That block is a very nice texture
They're
as well.
so
I like that as a
beautiful.
texture.
Yes, that the moment you turn the corner and you see that glowing thing, that's so,
Yeah.
it's
Like,
incredible.
The atmosphere in the crystal geode,
Yes.
it's like mystical. Yeah, they're so pretty. And we
She's
were
so
thinking a lot
happy
about like
about
what is the
everything.
purpose for crystals in Minecraft. And one thing is like they should have a use, and we will talk more about one of the usages soon. But the other thing is a lot about just adding a lot to the experience of exploring. And we want them to be quite rare. So when you find them, it's really gonna be like magical, because they're just beautiful. And you know, when you walk on the crystals, you hear these sounds.
Yeah, it's just, we talked before about the pillar of underground of Marvel. And I feel they're just the perfect feature for that
Can you put
sort
a
of pillar,
torch
right?
under it to create coloured light?
But you
I
can't
wish,
just
I hope.
take them with you.
Right, so you can break the crystal plant we saw in the video, but they actually grow from a very special block. And that block is unobtainable. It's sort of like you think about spawners, right? You cannot just take it and put it in your base. It makes you go and build farms all around your world. And that also encourages you to create tunnels between them and find out ways of transferring those items from place to place. And I just love those sort of features that really encourage other gameplay in the game.
As an explorer myself, I'm very excited about finding all of these. And you mentioned a usefulness to them.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So from those crystal plants, you get crystal shards items, and you can actually use them to craft a telescope.
A telescope? Finally! Yes! Absolute yes! Oh my god! That is so welcomed. That is a great addition.
That is amazing.
It is.
That
It's
is-
such a useful item. Super cool. And the
hang
cool
on.
thing is that, so yes, you use the crystal shards to craft them, but you also need something more, and that's also a new thing that we added.
Copper? Is this game even Minecraft anymore? Copper? Whole new texture?
It's copper.
That's amazing.
Yes, it's new ore. And you saw the copper ore in the video. And a very interesting thing with the copper ore is that it generates in a different way. So normal ores often generate like an ore blob, but copper is different. So imagine that you are out mining and you see copper ore. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna mine the copper. And then you see some stone. It's like, they look a bit different. So you continue to mine. And then you find another copper ore. And you probably go like, okay, I think I found a copper vein. So we're actually adding ore veins to Minecraft. And like they really add so much to mining.
This is
it gets so interesting because it's kind of like following a trace when you mine, and they tie so well to the pillar we have about adding strategy to mining.
That's amazing. And you've personally wanted copper in the game since you start, maybe before you started.
Yeah, you mentioned it once or twice.
Well, maybe a few times, but yes. So I
Looks
think I
like
got
Squid's
inspired
won,
by
boys.
the pretty copper roofs in Stockholm, and they are all green because we have so many like old buildings here, and we've actually added that mechanic to Minecraft as well. So, you know, if you place a copper block, it will first be orange, but after a while, a pretty long time, it will turn green, and it's something. I think it's so cool because it actually adds history to Minecraft.
Yes.
Because, for example, if you have a really old Minecraft world, then you can see on like a house and like, oh, the roof turned all green, and then you know that that house has been there for a really long time.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome. That's an awesome little feature. Looks like false diamond as well. Like, yeah, oxidization. It looks like false diamond.
Won't only be used for the telescope. You actually have another really cool thing that you'll be able to craft
awesome,
with it.
Persson. I think that's a really cool feature.
So, Jens talked a bit before about these design principles that we have in Minecraft. And one of them is that if something bad happens, the player either caused it or it has a way to sort of avoid it. And one of those exceptions, for example, is lightning striking. Now, some people like to build wooden roofs in Minecraft. Some even build wall roofs.
Looking at me,
Right.
it's not at all like the grandest castle in my realm actually has a roof fully built of wool.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
No,
but
we did some fires.
yeah, so to try to help the players with that, we are introducing the lightning rod.
Jan with the stop sign. I like that. I've not seen that before. That's awesome. How'd you do that? Lightning resistance.
That is very useful for all the wool roofs out there.
Yeah, I think this is a problem that happened to a lot of our players. Even personally, I had this peaceful game that I played with my partner, and it wasn't peaceful. And we went out and we were like looking at animals, collecting a few animals to our base. And we came back and our house was gone. And I was quite confused because I consider myself to be someone who knows a bit about Minecraft, and there are no creepers, there are no endermen. So what happened? We figured that probably a lightning strike hit and burned down the house, and we were quite traumatized because we were not prepared for this. So I think this lightning rod is really going to help with that.
I'm putting some lightning resistance in the game.
I'm gonna place like lightning rods everywhere on my wool roof.
Good.
Will be perfect.
Good.
Now, you've introduced a lot of things already, and players already have a lot of trouble with their inventory.
Incredible,
and the
man.
amount of items, but you have an idea for that.
Yes. So as you know, we keep adding new blocks and new items all the time, and that do create a bit of an inventory problem. And we're aware of that, and we have actually been thinking quite a lot how we can solve it, because we want to have like a good gameplay solution. We want it to be balanced, and we actually have an item in this update that will be really helpful, and it's the bundles.
Bundles, eh? Oh! What? Little bag, yeah? Like a backpack, pretty much. What are they doing to the game, man? It just feels like it's sort of like it's finally catching up with like loads of requests, you know?
Bundles.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It's like a
such
mod
an
in
elegant
Minecraft,
solution
but
as well, and I love it. I think we spend a lot of time talking about the inventory problem, and I think one of the biggest takeaways there
Thomas.
was that this is not actually one problem. It's constructed from a lot of sub-problems. For example, hotbar management is one problem. Getting a lot of blocks for your huge build somewhere, that's like something the shulkers help with.
Yep.
But I think there is a third sub-problems where every time you leave your base to go exploring somewhere, your inventory keeps getting full of junk. Like, this lot just has 2 flowers. This lot has just 1 seed, right? And I think the bundles are really going to help with that problem.
Yes. So the thing with the bundle is that you can place many different kinds of items in one bundle. So many different kinds of items in one inventory slot. So for example, I can take those 2 flowers and 1 seed and put them in one bundle. It's great.
And you can kind of use them like presents too.
Oh yes, I'm so excited about seeing what players do them in like shopping district, right? You can have the bundle of the day, which has a bunch of things with it, or you can have secret bundles where you have 3 of them in the chest, but you get a random one. I think it's really going to be cool.
Yes,
like for
Hermitcraft, if your friend has a birthday, you can put like your prettiest item in the
server.
bundle because it looks like a gift wrapper, and then you can give it to your friend.
That's so cool. We've talked so much today on the like really game design side, but how do you work on the art side?
We actually have a very close collaboration with the art team, and it's great.
So my job is basically to get an abstract idea and imagine how it would fit into the Minecraft universe and then start sketching it. So once my sketch is finished, I send everything to the 3D artist that it's gonna model it and animate it to make it alive.
My job is to bring sketches to life and make them move in 3D space. To work with a game that has such a special look, it's amazing. It's a challenge, it's fun, it's sometimes frustrating, but it's very rewarding. I love it.
I make the pixel art of the block, and usually when I create a block texture for a new rock type, it's going to be a lot. Like, I'm going to make 50 iterations of one block because I want to make it right. Every block is like a building block for people's imagination, right? So I try to like pour a lot of love in each block to make sure that people can create what they want.
Well done, man.
So I think my favorite thing about the Minecraft look is that it's very unexpected, very
This is basically the Hermitcraft update.
And that's
it is.
Where, like, the special
it legitimately is.
Minecraft in terms of game art is special because it has such a unique look and it's very restricted. It has to be 3D pixel art and we can only work within those boundaries. So we have to like think inside the box, but also outside the box. I've been working on this exciting new mob. This new mob will be the cutest predator ever existed in Minecraft.
This update is incredible. Like, people have been waiting for this for so long, and we're finally gonna do it.
I hope that the community is really, really happy about it. I hope they have a lot of new stuff to play with, and I hope that they're excited to see some concepts as well.
It's so lovely when you can think about all of the different jobs within game development. I love seeing the artists and developers, and we all, like across the show, there's so many different types of roles that people have.
Yeah, and it's really awesome to interact with all those roles and have a lot of a back and forth. We're very open in Mojang and getting ideas from all over the place, and specifically working with the art team is amazing as well. You sort of throw one idea to the air and he draws something and you're like, oh, what is that white thing in your drawing? I didn't even think about it, and it starts so many awesome ideas going. And we even integrated into our prototype process, and actually I think until I saw those sketches by the art team, I didn't really understand what archaeology in Minecraft even means.
Archaeology?
Yes, so we're actually adding a new system called the archaeology system.
What?
In this system, you're basically going to find these excavation sites all throughout your world. And you can make this new tool called the brush that is going to help you uncover the mysteries of all these dig sites. So you come to one of these ancient structures and you can sort of use the brush to clear away some of the rubble that may have collapsed in those structures. And sometimes you might even find something shiny inside them. But, and this is important, if you are not careful enough, like in real life, you can destroy that artifact. And when that artifact is gone, that artifact and all the secrets it held are gone forever. But if you're careful enough, if you take your time and you're deliberate, you can get some of those hidden artifacts. And for example, here we got a ceramic shard, which is basically how whoever lived here used to tell and pass on their stories.
I love the story sides of the archaeology. Because we often talk about that we want to deepen the mystery in Minecraft. And when you find these hidden artifacts, you kind of find like connections and hints. And we will never tell the full story, but these will inspire the players to tell their own stories about their own Minecraft worlds.
Exactly. I think it's going to be really exciting to see what players do with them. For example, here we see an exhibition that someone built for this, where he can compare all the different clues he finds, right, and try to preserve whatever was down here, and he can compare what we found with whatever new thing, and sort of try to connect the pieces, right? And here we see those pieces connected in a clay pot, actually trying to reconstruct them back. And you can create that however you like. You can create your own stories or try to guess how those pieces used to connect.
Yeah. It's also so fun to be very creative with these new pots, because you can put the shards in any way you want.
Exactly, and when you're pleased with your creation, you can fire them up, and you have your own painted clay pot.
It's pretty. So, Nir, is this programmer art still?
Yeah, the art we're seeing is still work in progress, but I personally like the dragon. I think it's cute.
It didn't say programmer art isn't pretty.
Yeah, you know, the problem is the artists are way too good.
Yeah.
Right? They just make us look bad. I don't know.
This is, I'm with you, Thomas. I
Archaeology
don't know what I'm
is
looking
amazing.
at anymore.
I mean, the excavation site is so incredible.
I'm so excited about this. I've spent a lot of time about it, and I actually got to do a lot of awesome conversations with actual archaeologists from all around the world, and it's been, honestly, I sort of feel like I got so passionate about it myself that their passion sort of stuck to me, and it was so amazing to learn more about this, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from here.
And you have a dev diary coming out on our YouTube channel where you kind of explore all of the archaeology even more.
Yeah, it's
Look how happy
really,
this
really
guy
exciting.
is to
So
be
I
here.
had so much fun with this, and I learned so much that I decided that it can't stop with me. So we're gonna do a dev diary when we're actually gonna talk to those archaeologists. And actually, we might even get to visit some interesting locations.
That is
They're
amazing.
gonna go to a real archaeologist site. Okay.
It feels very sad, but we're almost out of time. But we've been hinting at a new mob, like over the course of the show, like
Yeah, they said it was a predator. I don't think it's the warden. I think it's a new predator or something. Let's see this.
Now we're gonna tell you. It's the cutest predator you will ever meet.
Oh, what are we looking here? The axolots. Axolots, is that how you say it? It's a water creature. Oh, these things. I see. What are these? I've seen, not like this, but these existed on some level, right?
I feel like there's only one sound I can make after
Or am I
seeing
thinking
that,
of
which
a
is like,
Pokemon?
Cute.
It's so adorable. The axolotls.
The axolotls.
how did you
Yeah, it's a
decide
real
on
thing, right?
axolotls?
So, when we add a new mob to Minecraft, we really want it to have like its own unique character. We want it to have purpose. And it's also a very good thing if it happens to be ugly cute.
Yeah, they still do, yeah.
And the axolotl is perfect. It has all of these things. well, I guess on the ugly cuteness, it might be quite a big emphasis on the cute side, but still. And we actually had a
I'm with
brainstorm
you.
with the
I
team.
feel like some
So
sort
we
of
were like,
fossil
okay, we're gonna
dinosaur
add
update
goats,
would be
but we
great
want
next,
to add
man.
another animal. And then one of the developers posted like a big picture of an axolotl. And we all went like, yes.
Yes, this right now.
You can keep
It's
them
like
as pets.
definition of ugly cute. It's like made
In
for
real life?
Minecraft.
I want one. I don't
And then
want
we
one.
also found out that
My cats
axolotls
will-
are
I don't know.
endangered in the real world. And we think it's good to add endangered animals to Minecraft to create awareness around that. So that's also a good thing.
Like with the bees.
Yes, like with the bees last year, for example. But yeah, so the axolotls, as you saw in the video, they live in the lush caves and they really add a lot of life to the lush caves. And there's also a bucket of axolotl.
I didn't think it could get
Look
cuter.
at it. That is just so cute. I don't know how to handle it, but it's so cute. So when you're walking around in the lush caves and you see some axolotls, then you can actually scoop them up in your bucket and take them with you. So maybe you build like a pretty aquarium for them in your
you can have
base,
a little
or maybe
aquarium.
you bring them to your ocean adventure.
Oh my god. Look at them. You get a little army of axolotls. Do they fight for you?
And now I see why you're calling them the cutest predator you'll ever meet.
Exactly. So when you scoop them up in a bucket, you can actually create your own axolotl army, basically, and charge into the oceans with them, and they will help you fight various. Well, they'll attack cute fish as well, but they'll help you fight the drowns and the guardians, and they're actually quite useful when fighting guardians because they have this special ability that whenever they take damage, they sort of play dead. And when they're playing dead, no mob will actually attack them. So they have this time to regen back, help, and then jump back into the fight together with you.
Wow.
And if you learn how to cooperate with them really well, they might even heal you during the battle.
That is so cool. But okay, so you added these two mobs that are like as different as possible with the warden and the axolotl.
Yes. So this update is actually a lot about contrast, which is great because it creates like a dramatic player experience, which is so good. So we're like updating the highest heights of Minecraft with the mountains. We're updating like the deepest of the caves. We have this terrifying warden, the cutest axolotl, and also in the caves, like the lush caves are very light and welcoming, and then the deep dark is like super scary and challenging.
I guess we can't forget our little goat in there.
No.
It's kind of the in-between.
Yeah, we shouldn't forget the goat. I guess it's in between. It is still very cute, but in between. No one can be as cute as the axolotl.
No, I don't think so.
I like the goats.
Before we tell everyone the winner of the mob vote,
we know
let's
who
take a
won.
look back at some of the exciting things that we've talked about today.
There he is, look at him, big boy warden. The big boy, the lush caves. The lush caves are a great addition. I can't wait to build in that. Improve the cave generation, of course. Like, it just looks better already. It looks great. They're adding a goat jump, look. They're adding little jumping mountain goats. But they also charge, so you gotta be careful. Future DLCs coming out on Minecraft Dungeons. This is a good example of how to do a good stream. A good stream. Oh yeah, we got the crystals as well. And the copper. Hey, I'm really happy about all of this. Gonna get some new cool custom stuff as well. Very, very interesting. The axolotl, oh, they're so good. They are adorable. I'm really happy. This has been a great showing.
Before we get to our mob vote, I think there's one more question people are really gonna want to know. when are we gonna get the caves and the cliffs?
Yeah, come on,
update?
when?
It's a
Is
good
it this year?
question. So
this year?
we plan to release it summer 2021.
Oh!
And this actually is really good. As I mentioned in the beginning of the show, we really want to have a lot of time to work together with the community to like gather feedback, see all the great ideas, because the community always
Summer
has so many good ideas.
2021, no.
So it feels good that we now have a lot of time to actually work together on this update.
Amazing. And the community decided on a new mob that will enter the game. So which one of you gets to do the honors today?
It's the squid. It's the squid. It's the squid.
I think Tiny Agnes has been a bit mean this year, so I think you should open it, Neil. You should announce the winner. Yes.
Squid, baby.
Can I look first?
You're gonna know before everyone else.
It's the glow squid!
I called it! I called it! I called it at the start of the stream. I told you. I knew it.
I guess everyone was mesmerized
I
by the
knew
glow
it.
squid, not just the tiny ones.
I knew it, man.
I was really not expecting that.
I
That
knew it.
is so awesome.
Yes, like I didn't expect it at all, but it's great. And glow squids will look so cool in the caves. Like
Exactly.
the atmosphere.
They fit this update so well.
Like it will be. Imagine it's just all dark in the caves, and then you see the glow squids
See, that's-
swimming around.
That's what I was saying. That's
Beautiful.
what I
Can
was
they
saying.
be friends with the axolotls?
The Axolotls are predators, so I'm not sure.
The goat's already in the game, John.
Yeah.
It's already in
no.
it. It won the vote last year.
I'll talk
So
to
it's
them.
fine.
Think
The
about
goats
it.
are already
We have
confirmed.
committed to a lot of things.
It's
so
useless,
I
oh
think
my
we need
God.
to get work on all of the things that we've shown in the show. For all of you
But it
watching,
adds a good
Minecraft wouldn't be what
aesthetic
it
to
is
the
today
ocean
without
and the
all of you.
waters. That's what I was
From
saying.
all of us at Mojang Studios, thank you so much.
Thank you
Bye.
so much. Thank you all for joining me. We're going back. Boom. We back out here. So yeah, we're back in the newsroom. That's some good news. You see, I pulled my hair up right there. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. What's up with you today, hair? There we go. I got it. I got it in the end. They just put a new texture on the squid. They did. But you know what? As I said, it adds a good aesthetic to something that's very underlit in general, which is the, like, you know, the oceans and so on and so forth. This was a very fun stream. What I'm going to do, right? I think this is a good idea. I don't want to give up on the realm yet, you know? So I'm going to form a Minecraft exclusive part in the Discord that will have a voice channel that we can chat in when we need to, but also that we can get the 10 members to join for the realm, so we'll actually get the realm popping. This isn't coming out until summer next year anyway, so we've got a lot of time to talk about how we want to do the realm. We can do it like where it's like, you know, we can literally be either, we can just go for like an actual sort of like, you know, general server approach where everyone has their own pocket for it, or we can go for sort of a communal approach to the realm where we all just work on some sort of collective goal that we all have agreed on and stuff. So I think that will be very fun. This has got me very excited about Minecraft in the future and just playing some more Minecraft in general. But you know, it would be nice to really get a solid community formed in the realm that we can do it. The good thing, as I've said about the realm, is it's cross-platform for everything minus the PS4 currently. You know, which is, you know, it is what it is, but like at least that's like whether you're on your Xbox, your Switch, or your PC, you can be a part of the realm because that's how it works, which I think is awesome. I'm not mad at the glow squid. I called it at the start. The yellow cow I thought might have won, you know, for the meme, but it's trending anyway. So in its own right, it did win. It won its own competition, you know. I think I'm going to have to stream Infamous today because I've actually got I've got an exclusive stream coming out on Monday before we get into whatever the next exclusive like it's not an exclusive, but I've got a game that I'm approved to play, which we'll be playing on Monday, which is going to be a little bit of fun, a little bit something different as well. So I think I'm going to stream Infamous, but I might stream Infamous a little bit later today or a little bit shorter. One of the two, because we've done this, so we need some time to breathe. I need some time to go and make my dinner and things like that. And, you know, I don't know if it's worth just either doing a longer stream on Infamous tomorrow to get it all wrapped up, or if we just do it a little bit later. So it is what it is. The Discord link is in the description, so I can... Hopefully we can get that going, or if someone can post that in, that would be great. But other than that, just massive thank you for joining me for this. I like doing these live stream events and stuff. It's nice. It's better than sitting on your own and doing it, you know? We get a nice little community to talk about these things. And this was really enjoyable. I hope you've had a lot of fun. But yeah, if there's anything you want to say on the way out, go ahead and say it now. Or if not, we shall, I shall end the stream here. You know, but yeah. Welcome, Glow Squid, the Warden, and the Axiotals to the world of Minecraft, as well as a very, very... Minecraft 2021 is going to be a very, very different place. Very different. The bundles, the telescope, in theory, you know what I'm saying? Copper as an addition, like the mobs that they got, the goat as well, good to have him in there as well, and the caves, and we didn't see too much on the cliff side of things. We did not see too much on the cliff side of things, which I'm really interested about as well. But we'll probably get more of that closer to the time. It seems they've been focused on the cave aspect for now. So yeah. That's the outro.